Hi friends, in this video we are going to understand how to configure single sign-on using Google API console. So for that, search for Google API console login. So then you click on this Google Cloud platform. So once you click on Google Cloud platform, it will ask you to log in with your Pega with your Gmail ID. So once you have logged in, you have to create one project here. So I'm creating a new project which is of demo. So if you see there, it's a demo. Yeah, it's a demo. So just creating it, and once it is getting created, so I've selected wrong thing. So select demo. So once it is created this demo project, you have to select credentials. So through credentials, you need to create your OAuth 2.0 client ID, client ID and secret key. Okay, so before that you need to click on OAuth consent screen for internal and external, where external is used for external people to log in with your with the Google account. So for that you have to add OAuth consent screen as demo app, and automatically support email will come as Pega whatever the Gmail ID you have created, that one, and the authorized domain is your personal editions account name. So my personal account ID is pegabyte.com, so I'm just logging with that. Okay, and you can also give the Gmail ID where you can set the notifications. After that you have to save and continue and add these three things so that you can log in through email or profile or OpenID with that, and add that to the table. So once it is added, you can go for the next step, that is test users. So click on save and continue. It will go to the test users. We do not want to add any test users for now, so we'll just click on save and continue. So with that, our OAuth consent screen is completed. Yes, now next we can click on credentials, and in this credentials you have to select OAuth OAuth 2.0 client ID. By clicking on create credentials, select OAuth client ID. Yes, and select here web application. So web application, because we are using it as a web application, so select web application. Automatically it takes the web name also, and then in authorized redirector URI we have to give something else. I'll tell you what to give. So for now you save it. So once it is saved, it will generate client ID and as well as secret key, which we have to use in our Pega application. Okay, that can also be seen over here. So we have to use these two things in our Pega application. So let's log into our Pega application. So I have logged into Pega application, and from App Studio itself, click on users and single sign-on. I have already one sign-on, one Google thing. I'm deleting it, creating a new one. So select Google. From new you can select that Google. So you give some name over here. So I'm giving demo app over here, and then client ID, whatever the client ID generated previously, that you have to copy and paste here. And in the same way, client secret also you have to copy and paste over here. And here I'm giving email because I took email profile and OpenID, right? Email. So what happens is, whenever I log in with an email ID, one operator ID will be created, and as well as with that Gmail ID, operator ID will be created. With that, it also generated an IDP, which we have to copy that into the authorized redirect URIs. So that acts as our IDP here, metadata. This acts as our external URL also, where you will log in with that particular URL only. Okay, so I have given a wrong name for my domain, so I'm just deleting that. Yes, so that's done with the two things we have done. Finished. Credentials we got everything. So let's submit this. Okay, that IDP URL is very important for us. We'll just use that. So log off from the Pega thing before you run that. So paste whatever you have selected there, copy pasted, then you will see this login with demo app error. Whenever you click on it, it will ask you to choose account. So click on the choose account. So whenever you have chosen account, it automatically creates an operator ID, and that operator ID is created here, and you can open the Pega application, which is very simple. We can do it simply from the App Studio itself. Okay, and if you log in, if you go and check your operator ID, your operator ID looks like this. Can you see? It is using what? Using external authentication. Thank you.